Fulfilling a wrong cause is not dharma, it is adharma. And when you are on the side of adharma, you are viewing your destiny in a very negative way. So, namaste Chitra.
Namaste, Daaji. I would love to hear more about it, but I also believe that you have given a lot of thought to Sita, so I would love to hear some
She
ideas.
she stands tallest in this world.
I agree with you completely.
There is no parallel example of her caliber. She used to pretend horse riding. You know how?
How?
She was taking the dhanush of Parsuram
Yes,
and keep between her legs and run.
yes.
She treated it as a toy. And this dhanush, that arch, was of such a power. Not even the boldest yodha could lift it.
That's right.
While in front of her, it would just get up on its own, and she was able to ride it like a toy. That showed her inner powers, who she was. And to go through all this, being a princess of that caliber, and yet to share the journey with her husband, and withstand all the blows, one after the other.
Yes. So much strength.
So much so. People take it so lightly, but when you think with your own personal example, suppose for a moment, your mother who had just conceived, and you happened to be that conceived child, and your father said, "Get out of my apartment." And when you grow up as a child, what would you feel? And how would you feel? Oh, my mother was kicked out by my father when she had just conceived. Whatever be the justifiable reasons be, we are not here to argue that.
Right.
And how many times, how many tests after tests after tests?
Yes.
And to whom? To a person who was a princess. Second, she married to another great man, Rama. There is no insult to him when we are talking greatness of Sita.
No, I completely agree. Greatness of Sita is
It stands
quite
apart.
by itself. Yes.
Yeah. That is no insult of Lord Rama.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah. And when he did whatever he did, there are many justifiable reasons for it, and we respect that. We leave it at that.
Yes.
But would you do it? Would I do it? Would anybody should do it? I mean, it's a questionable thing. See?
Yes. And I think what is so wonderful is how Sita takes that very difficult situation and focuses on what she can do the best out of it, which is bring up her children to be wonderful men.
That is it. And that lesson applies to everyone today. See, we believe throughout India, I would say 90% of population, and even remaining 10%, they also believe, but with a lot of skepticism. What if I don't believe, something can happen? You know, in astrology, in a Rishi Vasishtha, he is the man who matched these two zodiacs before marriage, and submits to Raja Janaka and Raja Dashrath that this is the best match possible. Nothing can go wrong with this matching as far as astrology is concerned. Right? So we have to think many times before all this orthodoxy about astrology is carried out in our day-to-day life. Astrology, though, may be true, but we do influence our destiny.
Definitely, we do.
Not only we as an individual interfere with our destiny, but others can also interfere with your destiny. In this case of Mother Sita and Lord Rama, who interfered? Kaikeyi. They had a beautiful life, that was unfolding slowly. He was supposed to have been throned as father's successor.
Yes.
But then just before that, Kaikeyi reminds him, Raja Dashrath, of his promise. And the proud and egoistic king, there is a nice saying about the Raghuvir once. Prana jaya par vachan na jaya. Raghuvir rita sada chali hai. So, what ego? That I will fulfill my promise even at the cost of doing wrong thing. And greater price was also paid by Bhishma.
Yes, that's right.
So, what is happening with all these promises? Promises, wrong ideas of promises to fulfill a wrong cause. Fulfilling a wrong cause is not dharma, it is adharma. And when you are on the side of adharma, you are viewing your destiny in a very negative way. So, Kaikeyi decided the fate of these two innocent children, Rama and Mother Sita. But I am asking this question to modern minds today. If your mother or father does this with a lot of respect and worship of Mother Ganga or Saryu river and just walks into the river and says, Jal Samadhi, would you call it Jal Samadhi? So that's what happened to Lord Rama when he could not tolerate her absence. He resorted and surrendered to Mother Saryu and took Jal Samadhi. Only because of this one promise, foolish promise fulfillment. And see how destiny changes. So we have to be careful about our destiny. With however pure intentions you may have, there are many who can change the course of your destiny. It's too complex.